Road, Evanston subdivision. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Haven't done a live video for a little bit, for quite a while actually. So I thought it'd be a good time to go ahead and do a live video of just running trains on a Friday night. We have a couple of freights here moving in the same direction. These are both westbound trains. One is on the lower level going into the staging yard. That's the Ogden end of the staging yard. And after it goes into this end of the staging yard, it'll go to the other end and then on up the helix for another run around the Evanston sub. The upper level is going to Evanston. Here you can see it coming through and going to Evanston. It's got a green light. So in keeping with the title of Friday Night Freights, I have 4 manifest freights running tonight. 2 of them are local freights. One runs from Ogden to Evanston. The other one runs from Green River to Evanston. And then we have a couple of just regular freights that run through the Evanston sub. So I have 5 manifest freights on the railroad in total, 2 locals, and then 3 just regular manifest. Of the 3 regular manifest, 2 of them will always stop at Evanston to drop off and pick up cars, but otherwise they are just regular through trains. This is the Evanston yard. And a couple trains meet here at milepost 915, the East Evanston control point. Control point consists of 2 number 10 crossovers. So that's 4 number 10 turnouts all together, and then we also have a number 10 turnout going into the yard. So that makes up the East Evanston control point. And then you have, this is just Evanston station right here, milepost 917. And then here we have the West Evanston control point. And that just is a number 10 turnout going into the yard. This is a regular manifest train. Let's see what we got here. We have a Athearn Gevo, an Athearn SD70 that I need to put yellow sills on. And then we have a PRLX leasing unit, former BNSF. And I think there's about probably 35 or so freights on this particular manifest train. All right, so it's going through Evanston. Here's the now I have my Wi-Fi turned off, so hopefully things are going okay. Someone said it was blurry and hesitating. Anybody else having hopefully it's okay. I know when I have it on my Wi-Fi, it doesn't work as well as if I have it on just my regular 5G. It usually works pretty good. Here's a scenery I've been working on. I tried rosin paper with glue. The rosin paper worked great. I'm not too sure about the glue. If you notice, it's pretty shiny. course, but if I paint it and so forth, that shine will go away with ground foam and everything. But I think I'm going to put some plaster gauze over this. I wasn't really happy with the way. I'm real happy with the rosin paper. It's easy to make the shapes, so I like that. Not so sure about painting it with white glue. Had a lot of shrinkage. Didn't really close up the seams here. So, like I said, I'm going to put some plaster gauze on there. Here's it with just the paper. Haven't done this at all yet. So this is what's known as the Wasatch Gray. Hopefully all this rosin paper will look something like this. I've been thinking about the scenery. I think I'm going to, once I get the rosin paper, the new scenery areas done, I'm going to do all the scenery on the peninsula. All the way with all the details, roads, ballast, static grass, scale trees. Have to put a bridge in here, of course. That'll be happening here pretty soon. So that's going to be, I want to kind of get this done as finished as possible before I start working on the other scenery, so we can kind of get an idea of how it all looks. And I just noticed we had a coupler come undone. Looks like I'm going to need to replace the coupler. See if I can find my throttle. Here's what I use for a throttle. I have 4 trains running, and they're all running, come on, focus, on the engine driver. So I'm going to stop number 3 and see if I can back it up here a little bit. Come back and get the car that it's missing. Doesn't look like a derailment of any kind. Looks like it just came uncoupled. I've been slowly replacing all the couplers. Don't want to go too fast here. Been replacing all the couplers with KD couplers. So this one here has scale trains, which usually aren't too bad. This one over here, pretty sure that's an Athearn. I can kind of see this is a, see how loose this is? In fact, I can see the, looks like the screw's loose. So I'm going to bad order that car. And I'll probably switch those out to KD here. All right, so we get to do some operating on the layout. As we back up, this is a couple of Athearn SD70s. This one here also is going to need some work. I'm going to put a yellow sill on this one, a patch on it. I'm not real sure what number I'm going to put on it. But the Union Pacific did patch a lot of the locomotives from Southern Pacific. This is one of the local trains. Alright, so I'm running the video and I'm operating for, let's watch this one here. Yeah, home shop for repairs. I don't know if you saw how loose the coupler was. I think the screw was very all right, here we go. The screw was very, very loose. All right, slow it down, slow down. Here we got some bystanders. Those are leftovers from the Golden Spike. This is where the Golden Spike took place. All right, do we got it? Nope. He needs a little bit of help here. The brakeman's got to Give a little bit of extra work on it here. All right, we got it now. Hey, let's crank her up. So the two locals are fairly short. Usually I try to limit them to no more than 28, 29 cars. They can go as short as 20, depending on how the car movements go. There's actually 4 locals. So the local from Ogden to Evanston terminates at Evanston, and then there's another local that's after that local is broken down, there's another local that's built at Evanston, and then that goes from Evanston back to Ogden. So that's actually 2 separate locals between Ogden and Evanston, one in each direction. Then the same thing happens with Green River. There is a local that goes from Green River to Evanston. It terminates there, gets broken down and classified, and then another local is built on the same day. Hey, UP Fran from Rochelle. That's not very far. I lived in Rochelle. Anyway, the new train is built and then goes back to Green River. UP Rail Fan, are you at the park right now? It's cold out there and it's dark. All right, let's watch some more. Let's check out some more trains. Now, one thing I want to do today is want to recognize some members. As I said, are you seeing many trains there in Rochelle right now? I lived in Rochelle for 17 years. And that's mainly when I built, or why I built the Geneva sub in N scale. But now I'm in HO scale. All right, I want to recognize my members. I have about 30 members, and I just really appreciate them supporting me. So I just want to do some shout outs here. So bear with me. You can watch trains. If you don't want to listen anyway, because I really appreciate these guys. So we have some people that are brakemen, some conductors, and some engineers. Brakeman is the lowest level, conductors in between, and then engineers the higher one. So here's the brakeman that we have on the layout. We have Steven. I'm just going to say first names because I'm not sure people want me to say their whole names. So for brakeman, we got Steven, Bill, Ray, not Ray, see this train coming out of the tunnel here. Michael's a brakeman, Union Pacific 1973. Paul, shout out to all these people. Marlo, thanks for supporting me. Rob. See if we get my next sheet. Need an extra pair of hands here. Some more brakemans. Nick and Herc is a brakeman. Elena, really appreciate Elena. She's been a member for a long time. Ian. And then we have some that are conductors. For conductors, we have James and Tom and Leslie. And Doug is a conductor. Mark, he purchased a lot of my N-scale stuff. He's from England. Thanks for supporting everything, Mark. Joseph is another one, another conductor. Mike, and let's see, this is coming up the Wasatch grade here. You've been at that park since 2 o'clock. Wow, More conductors. Harry and Ken and Robert. And then the highest ones, the engineers. Want to definitely do a shout out to the engineers. We have Ray and Ken. And let's see, Luke, conductor Luke, but he's an engineer. Thank you, Conductor Luke. Joseph, appreciate it. Tim, here's the UTLX, by the way. Let's see, Jake. And then lastly, we have Kyle and last one is Steven. So thank you to all the members. Really appreciate it. Your support and supporting the channel. Some of you may know that I have funded this layout mostly from the sale of my N-Scale equipment that I collected over 50 years and modeled on the Geneva sub. The Union Pacific Railroad Geneva sub, worked on that for about 16 years. But I sold all that, and it was enough, basically funded everything for a year. Here we have a train going down the helix. Here's the helix. Anyway, that funded everything: the basement construction, equipment, the layout, track, just everything I bought for it for the first year was from the sale of my N-Scale stuff. Then, since then, though, I've been dependent on my YouTube earnings, and then also the support of the members who are joining and supporting me. So thank you so much. If you're interested in becoming a member, I would really appreciate it. There's a link in the description that you can become a member. Try and do a shout out when we get new members and so on. But definitely appreciate it. There's kind of good news and bad news. The bad news is I'm having to fund things out of my own pocket here quite a bit lately. But the good news is that I got almost all the expensive stuff paid for. So not too much more to go. So that shouldn't be too bad. I've been fortunate to be able to get all kinds of stuff from Lombard Hobbies, and really appreciate their low prices that they have. It's amazing how they consistently have the lowest price of anywhere. As long as you would always definitely check them out. So that's been a big benefit. But as I said, I've got the vast majority. I have almost 500 cars and probably about almost 40 locomotives. Probably have another 30 to 50 more cars to buy, and maybe 5 or 6 more. 5 or 6 more locomotives. Then the last thing I'm going to get is the excursion trains, the big boy and all that kind of stuff. But I got plenty of time for that. And here's again, this is the scenery I've been working on. I'm going to put some plaster gauze on here. Hopefully tomorrow sometime I'll be able to do that. This is another couple of Athearn SD70s. This is the local. Been using SD70s and SD40-2s for the local. I've been eyeing a Jeep 39-2 at Lombard Hobbies that I might pick up here. I definitely will have sound on the big boy. I'm not sure about the smoke. That's the BLI one. Not really that concerned about smoke. It's really not that convincing, I don't think. But anyway, But I am definitely going to get and I probably will get the Challenger big boy. Here's a locomotive from Walther's mainline. This is a SD70, and the decoder went out. So Walther's been really nice about sending me another one. Here's a, oh, could have been focused. There you go. There's some track gauges that you can get from Lombard Hobbies if you ever get a chance to drop by there. Inside that little sleeve, oops, excuse me. Inside that little sleeve is a track gauge like this. And it works for both N scale and HO scale. So if you stop by there, you can get one for free, or if you order from there and ask them for it, they'll probably put one in the package for you. But all right, one more thing wanted to kind of show you. I'm going to have an update. Here you can kind of see what the whole layout looks like. As far as to make the scenery hard, I'm going to use plaster cloth. I painted it with white glue, and I wasn't real happy with the results. It doesn't make it that hard, and it kind of shrinks the paper. So here's something I've been working on this week, is putting in a couple more turnouts. I'm going to have all the track hopefully done. Yeah, fruit snacks from Lombard Hobbies. If you like those, you get those free too. You don't have to ask for them either. You just get them. I think you have to ask for the gauge. Another question about the paper layer. That's really great putting it on. I wasn't real happy with the gluing of it. The gluing made the paper shrink and kind of screwed up the seams quite a bit. It'll be on this week's update. I will definitely have something about the scenery on the update this Sunday. I'm running right now the trains at 22 scale miles per hour, and at that speed it takes about 20 to 25 minutes to go through the whole layout. So it's about 600 feet total main line, double track all the way. There we have a meet. This is going to be Granger. This is one more turnout I have to do, is right here. It's going to be the Pocatello sub. It's going to be going out that way. I'm going to miss the meet here. So I have one more turnout to do there. And then let's see. Focus. As it knocks down. The orange loco is a PRLX leasing company. If I had to do it over on the scenery, I would still use the paper. I like using the paper. You can get a really good shape like this. But for this area here, I'm just going to put paper or plaster gauze over on top of here. I'm not going to bother with painting it with the white glue. Here's some of the issues that we had. So here's some of the shrinkage I was telling you about. Here, I actually had to cut it because I'm going to have to glue that back down, but that shrunk and came up. This here shrunk. I'm going to have to glue that back down. And then you had a lot of like this here. Let's see. Like here, I had a lot of places here. It just doesn't. I'm going to have to glue that back down somehow. That there. The seams didn't lie down like I was hoping they would. I wasn't that thrilled with it. And it's not really very, it's still, I mean, it's stiffer than just the paper, but not really stiff enough. I will use a hot glue gun to get that back down again. But like I said, I'm going to just put plaster gauze over the whole thing for the rest of it. So, all right, so I'm going to have an update on Sunday, so make sure you check that out. There'll be some information on the, we have 3 trains here, 2 on the bottom, 1 on top. We'll have, I'll have information on the plaster, some feedback about that, and then also information about the last bit of turnouts that I'm doing. And then I'm hoping to do an operations video here before too long. All right, yeah, I'll give you one. I don't know if you saw that I built a platform here. If you want to see a good overview of the whole layout, we'll end with that. With this, I built this platform because West Vaco mine is so high, so you step up so you can operate right here. This is about 10 inches high, but what's really cool about this is get a good view of the entire layout. Kind of see what it's all about. All right, thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for the update on Sunday and hopefully an operations video later in the week. Take care, everybody. See you later.